What's up, guys? Welcome back to another TheSportUniverse Reacts. Today we're going to be reacting to another Mets thing. Now, don't get too excited or disappointed. This isn't a Mets channel. I'm just a big Mets fan, and a lot of really good things have been happening for the Mets. So, I'm just going to roll with it for now and keep doing as much stuff as possible. Like I said, I like to make excuses for whenever I can do a video about the Mets. I was going to do a video on Daniel Jones because I didn't want to do another video on the Mets because I felt bad. But then I was like, you know what? It's a trending thing right now and I should react to it. So we're going to be reacting to last night's Mets-Nationals game. Probably one of the best games of the season in baseball and one of the greatest games in Citi Field history. So I'm going to try for this one to have in the corner the little video that I'm reacting to. If you see it while you're watching it, then it worked. If you don't, then it didn't work. So we're going to roll with it from that. All right, so so I'm just going to watch it, stop it, the whole ordeal of a reacting video. I'm still getting used to this whole setup, so bear with me. Let's get started. Press play.
Turner is now in scoring position with one out and a 3-2 count on Anthony Rendon. Breaking ball in there, strike three call. Rendon thought it was ball four. Heads towards first base a few steps. I don't think they're calling the check swing here. I think he's...
One of the big things going into this game was that they kept on talking about was how Marcus Stroman wasn't really a strikeout pitcher and he was a ground ball pitcher, someone who pitches for contact and tries to get outs that way, and he's been very successful with that. Obviously, he has a good good pedigree with that and has had a lot of successful seasons doing that. But there was just a different energy at Citi Field, a different energy for him that led to him having his career high in strikeouts with 9 strikeouts, which you'll see as the video continues.
Saying it's a called strike.
So there's a big strikeout for
I hope you guys
for
can
the
hear
second
this.
out. So now Juan Soto with a runner at second and 2 out.
Swung on and missed strike three. Got him with a fastball side, retired.
Stroman with back-to-back strikeouts of Rendon and Soto to get around first inning trouble. And Adam.
If you can hear it, you can hear the energy at Citi Field, which was amazing. I could have went to this game, but at the time when the person was buying tickets that I was going to go with, the Mets were not doing good. You could say I was being a bad Mets fan, not wanting to support them when they were doing really bad, and now I'm supporting them. But after what happened last night, I'm so pissed that I didn't get to go to this game. And the energy at Citi Field was basically electric the whole night, and everyone was talking about how it's just a different feeling than it's been since 2015 in Citi Field, and how excited everyone seemed to be.
Leads off in the second against Marcus Stroman. 1-2 coming. And he got
Another
him looking.
strikeout.
3 consecutive strikeouts for Marcus Stroman, and that's the first down in the second.
4.
And he struck him out with a slider. 4 straight strikeouts for Marcus Stroman.
Brian Dozier coming up. In there, strike three called. Marcus Stroman has struck out the side. 5 strikeouts through 2 innings for Marcus Stroman.
So it's an infield hit. And it breaks the string of 5 straight strikeouts.
That was a great play by
Marcus
Frazier.
Stroman. Now Strasburg is the batter.
Obviously, they didn't get an out on that play, but he saved a double, which could have led to something much worse. It just was an infield single.
Robles is running the pitch, a strike throw to second. Robles
So
is out.
That's one of the best throws that Ramos has made all season, I'd say. He's not known for being a defensive catcher and throwing out guys, but in this situation, it was an absolute dime to second base.
Second, Ramos guns down Robles.
What the hell? I don't know what Robles is thinking. It's a sacrifice situation.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense what he did.
Stroman applauding his catcher, who made a perfect throw right to the glove of Rosario. So 1 out and nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 6 strikeouts first time through the batting order, just 1 shy of Marcus Stroman's season high. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 7 strikeouts in the first 3 innings for Marcus.
You can see how much emotion Marcus Stroman pitches with. He gets excited by every strikeout, and he really takes in the energy of the crowd. And in this case, he had a lot of energy that he was taking in because they were going so crazy at the game. And you could see it when he did struggle at a point, which we'll get to, but when he was doing really good, he was on another level.
Stroman in his Citi Field debut. Strasburg has his second strikeout, and with that ties Steve Rogers for the all-time franchise record.
Swing and a miss on a changeup in the dirt.
Steven Strasburg doing
is the
good.
new franchise record holder.
I guess
in
we'll watch
strikeouts.
that.
1,622 in his career.
And Adam Eaton has a leadoff single. And Washington with a man on to bring up Rendon.
Eaton is not running. The 3-2 is blasted to right
This
center
is when
field
it
deep. This one way
starts
back.
to get a little
Going toward the warning
issuey.
track. Conforto chasing, dives, can't get it, and the outfielders collide.
That was a scary play. I didn't think it was anything serious, but whenever players collide and when you see the slow-mo, you'll see that Jeff McNeil's shin, I guess you'd call it, basically bangs into Conforto's head, and then his cleat like scratches up Conforto's face.
McNeil and Conforto racing for the plate as Eaton. He'll score. And
I
over
think
to third
Rendon's
with a
so
triple
annoying.
is Anthony Rendon.
That was a little scary.
Really a Met killer.
With McNeil making contact with his knee to Conforto's head, but they both seem okay.
Maybe the early adrenaline rush for the Mets starter has been dialed back a bit.
Soto, right center. See you later.
22 home runs for Soto, matching his total from his rookie year.
A little flip of the bat there from Soto.
That was a jerky move, doing that bat flip. It comes back to bite them later, obviously, but whenever a player stares into the opposing team's bench and just flips the bat is one of the most disrespectful things you can do. And I to be honest, I like seeing emotion from players. I've seen more when it's the Mets showing emotions. But this series, you could tell, is going to be one that's has a lot of back and forth and has a lot of meaning behind it.
Well, I mean, everybody's going to be up for this game, both sides.
Gives the Nationals a 3-0 lead.
Stroman suddenly hitting a wall here in the fourth.
With that home run, there was the Nationals Twitter, I think, or Instagram, had one of those, like, I guess it's like a meme setup thing, and it said, oh my God, the Mets are doing so good right now, and then Juan Soto, and then it showed the home run, and that comes back to bite them, obviously.
Fourth inning, 2 away, with McNeil still at second.
Now Alonso is looking for their first hit of the night against Strasburg.
Alonso's
Crazy.
homered in 3 straight games. Alonso sent one deep to left. There's a hit for Alonso, and it's all gone. A home run. Pete Alonso's 38.
He's 4 straight home runs. I mean, 4 games with 4 home runs. That's nuts. And every single one is like line drive after line drive. And it's so cool to see. He goes down for this home run. And this is like one of the first games where it's like a big game for Pete Alonso. It's obviously the biggest game of his career. The Mets are doing good. They're in a playoff hunt. And against the Nationals like this at Citi Field, he showed up. Which is nice to see.
Strasburg's first hit surrendered tonight pulls the Mets within 1. It's 3-2.
Pete Alonso homers for a 4th straight game, just the second Met rookie ever to do that.
Now the Mets fans are making some noise. It's 3-2.
Definitely
J.D. Davis
nice.
stands in.
It's this ball deep in the air to
Awesome.
right field. Eaton is back. He's near the wall. That ball is gone. A home run to the opposite field for J.D.
J.D. Davis is having a great season. And he's on fire right now, like basically a lot of the Mets offenses. And to see him having success and having that 1-2 punch right there, back to back, put the Mets back in the game is awesome.
Davis, thunder in the city. Alonso and Davis go back to back.
I love how excited they are.
Once he realized he was going to go, he
Love it.
exploded, hopping down the first base line, screaming at the Mets dugout.
Darn.
Stroman facing the best hitter in the lineup in a tie game in the 5th inning.
Here we
And
go
the
again.
runner's set to go. They're on the move.
It's time.
The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Side
You can hear
retires.
the
Season
energy
high 8
and
strikeouts for
emotion.
Stroman to keep it tied.
Bases are loaded after the intentional walk and Strasburg to the plate.
And now Stroman with a chance to get through the inning.
Here's the pitch. Swung on
How
and missed.
excited he
Strike
is.
3. Side retired.
Masterful extrication. 9 strikeouts for Stroman.
Mom loves it.
Now it's runners second and third, 2 down. And Ramos the hitter.
Now Strasburg a batter away from getting out of it.
The 1-0 to Ramos.
Swinging a slow chopper to third. Rendon has it on the second bounce. He has all day to throw it across. It's low. Adams throws. He keeps his foot on the bag for the out.
What a weird way to end
So
that inning.
unathletic.
Mickey tried to roll Stroman through the first batter
This
of
was
the inning.
stupid.
That did not work out.
I mean, I guess I understand what Mickey was trying to do and trying to extend Stroman as much as possible, but it wasn't like it was the bottom of the order. It was literally the top of the order again. And it gave Trey Turner the opportunity to get on base, an easy opportunity to get on base with a pitcher who's hasn't been pitching the greatest and is also at the end of the line. Gets on base, and then he just starts a whole thing because he's on base. Obviously, and he's really fast, even though that doesn't come into play. But Callaway was trying to extend Stroman because that's what the Mets pitchers have been doing, getting in farther into games, and it just didn't work in this case.
And Marcus issues his third walk, and his first night on the mound at Citi Field has come to an end. So you got
It's an impressive game until he had a little
struggle.
struggle.
Bullpen, but it appears
Nice
Wilson
game.
staying in to face him.
0 for 5 career against Wilson. And a swing and a high drive
That's
to
a
deep
BS
left
home
field.
run. So
Moving back
annoying.
on this one is Davis to the warning
The ball's
track
worth
at
carrying,
the
you
wall.
know.
He leaps and it's gone. It just clears over the fence. A 2-run homer for Anthony Rendon to put the Nationals in
I hate
front.
it.
This is a Met killer. This is the moment.
Yes, he is.
Alonso the tying run at the plate in the
So
eighth
now it's
inning.
6. It's 5-3.
Swinging a ground ball chopped to short. Turner has a big hop, waist high. The throw to first to Adams, and the side
disappointing.
retired.
Washington 6, the Mets 3.
Sean Doolittle's been battered around by the Mets, but
So at this point, it's 6-3, as you'll see. Sean Doolittle is in. It's kind of sucky for him. Like the Met, I never actually recognize when the Mets are killing other people, but Sean Doolittle has been killed by the Mets this season. He's had a really good season for the Nationals, one of the bright spots in their bullpen. That's been really bad. But against the Mets, you could see the stats right here. 10.13 ERA. He's given up 9 runs against the Mets. Earned runs, unearned runs, and that's the equivalent to how many runs he's given up to every other team, like, overall. So, the Mets have been killing him, and he gets killed again. Watching this is I'm gonna feel chills. Great
he's had a
game.
really good year otherwise.
5 1/3 innings pitched. Not only the 6 earned runs, but 10 hits.
Davis starts it
Back-to-back
off.
base hits for Davis and
Ramos.
Ramos against Sean Doolittle. And now the Mets will get the tying run to the plate.
In this situation, I mean, I guess I don't really have to talk about this, but I was watching with my family, and they were like, why did they pinch run Wilson Ramos? And I was saying that it doesn't really make sense in this case. Wilson Ramos, obviously, it's like the slowest human being I've ever seen. But he's not the tying run, so there's really no point to waste your backup catcher. I mean, they only have one backup catcher, which is Nito. And you don't want to get in a situation where Thomas Nito gets injured, and then what do you do? So, Wilson Ramos is on first, and then you'll see the rest.
And Todd Frazier coming up. 2-1 to Frazier.
Amazing.
And Todd quakes one. Deep left field. Down the line. That ball is out of here. Out of here.
It is a home run.
I literally feel
Home run. This game is tied.
Todd Frazier with the Mets' biggest hit of the season thus far. A game-tying 3-run homer. And it's 6-6 in the ninth.
It's weird. With the Mets, they sometimes get on these runs, and it's literally like they play like a whole different team. Hopefully this season it's not just a run and they play like this for the rest of the year, but they just do magical things during these runs. This is one of them. Other situations, like in 2015 when they got in that run after the trading deadline again, Wilmer Flores against the Nationals, and just crazy things that are Hollywood scripts basically. And this Todd Frazier being able to tie the game, it was amazing. And at this point, like, I was really excited when this happened, but then I was thinking, because the inning before, Trey Turner scored on a wild pitch or pass ball. I think it was a wild pitch. Sorry, there was a police car passing, and it was making loud noises, which was kind of annoying. They scored a run in a 6-3, and if this was a walk-off home run, it would have gotten crazy. But, I mean, it did go crazy very soon after this, which we'll see. But just amazing, and it gives me shows every time.
And now the potential winning run is at second. Two
Michael
down, and Michael
Conforto.
Conforto coming up. Now a base hit could win it for New York.
The 2-2 pitch.
Listen to
Swinging
these
a drive
calls.
to right. Eaton going back. Eaton still going. It's over his head. The Mets are going to win. Here comes Lagares around third. He scores standing. Put it in the box. The New York Mets, with one of their most memorable come-from-behind wins in years.
What an inning. What a game. What a night. What a streak.
That's it. Let me just stop this recording really quick.
Free roll.
Actually, it's fine. Just an amazing game, and I could not react to it if I have a platform to react to it. Not a big platform, but I have a platform to react to these things. The fact that it's the Mets is even amazing. So this is how I think I'm going to have things run. If there's big games, I'll react to the highlights of them and things like that, important events in sports, and just roll with it. But about the Mets, they continue to keep rolling, and 14-1, one of their best stretches ever, and it's so awesome to see, and it's getting to the point again where I want to listen to anything anyone says about the Mets. I want to put on sports radio as much as possible and hear all the actual positive things that people are talking about the Mets, which doesn't happen a lot. And that game was one of the coolest games that I've seen and showed the resiliency of the Mets and how good they can actually be. Okay, so I'll end it. This was another TheSportUniverse Reacts, where sports are our universe. I'll end it like I always end it. Keep watching our YouTube videos. We're at 53 subscribers right now. It's the road to 100. Right now, I'm basically going to get content out every day. I think I've kind of gotten into this groove of knowing when to make videos, what to make videos about, and have gotten much better at making these videos and knowing what people like to see. So keep watching the videos. I just posted a Marcus Stroman video yesterday. Obviously, this will be coming out the day that I'm recording it, a little later. Keep reading our articles on TheSportUniverse.com. I don't know what's going to go on with our Instagram, so stay tuned with that. Subscribe, put your notifications on, and thanks for watching.